I'm Kira. I'm in my first year and I study medicine.
Hello, I'm Frankie. I'm doing physics. I will be doing physics. I'm 18. So like,
No, it's what year you're in uni.
oh shit, yeah. I'm on foundation year, so I'll be my first year next year.
Joey Lewis. I'm doing a dual major of Russian and politics, and I am a first year.
Hi, I'm Lola. I'm 21 years old and I study sociology back at Amsterdam in the Netherlands, where I'm from, and I'm in third years.
Okay, I'm Ronak Islam, in my second year of my law degree.
My name's Faye. I do history and sociology and I'm first year.
My name's Rachel. I do politics and data analysis and I'm in my first year.
I'm Lily. I'm doing English literature and I'm in first year.
My name's Mark Goworoga. I'm a first year studying cognitive neuroscience and psychology.
Where are you from and why did you choose Manchester?
Yeah, I'm from Ireland originally and lived in Germany for about 4 years, so I've been all over the place. I picked Manchester because I visited one day for like an open day and I just thought it was like the place to be. So I really enjoyed it and yeah, I took a gap year, then I came here and yeah, living life, loving it.
I'm from New York. I picked Manchester because all the American colleges were way too expensive. I'm a UK national originally. Yeah, and then Manchester it's a good place for physics, a good place to do my degree, and second biggest city in the UK, so pretty much like a no-brainer in terms of places to go.
I'm from America, Maryland. I chose Manchester because I wanted to go international, and I have family friends in Sheffield, so I looked at like a 2-hour radius around it, and I liked Manchester the best.
I actually kind of wanted to go to Canada, Vancouver, but I didn't get into the Vancouver University. I also really wanted to go to Australia, but they didn't have my study sociology there, so that was really sad. That was very sad. And then I also wanted to go to Oxford, but they also don't know to study sociology in Oxford. And then I ChatGPT. Like, what unis are the best in England, or like what unis are the best for like my degree in sociology. And then Manchester like was like both of them, like the top 3 or something. And I was like, Manchester it is. Searched the city. I kind of researched what the uni looked like. I feel like I've been lied to low-key because the uni looks so much cuter in like the pictures than it does in real life.
Yeah.
But it's fine. And that's why I picked Manchester.
So I'm an international student from Bangladesh, and I chose Manchester because Manchester doesn't require the LNAT, which a lot of other top universities require for law, and Oxbridge was just paying. Oxbridge, I didn't apply to them, and LSE, UCL didn't apply to them either because of the same exam. So all of my choices were the universities that did not require the exam, which were Manchester, Queen Mary, Warwick, SOAS, and York. And Manchester was my top choice, which I'm really glad I got into, and that's how I got here.
I'm from Newcastle, and that's kind of why I chose Manchester, because I didn't want to stay in Newcastle, but Manchester is kind of just like Newcastle but bigger. So I was like, it'll feel familiar, but it's still a change and I can still like do my own thing.
So I'm from Essex, all the way down to Essex, and I came to Manchester because I knew I wanted to go to uni further north than where I lived, and I wanted to be quite far away, so I had a good sense of independence. And I picked Manchester and Liverpool as my like top choices, and I chose Manchester over Liverpool because it felt more homely, and it felt like I was just going to settle in better.
So I'm from Reading and Manchester was my firm choice. So I got my grades. Okay. I think it was really important for me to be in a city. I wanted to be in a big city, but I didn't want to be in London because I feel like a lot of people end up working in London later on, so I wanted to explore somewhere else first.
I'm Spanish, but I still live in Brussels, and I ended up in Manchester because I wanted to study in English, and I also really like the course.
Did you choose Slems specifically when you were applying for accommodation?
I picked Slems. I was so frantic about accommodation, so I did like tons of research and tons of it, and I like saw Slems, and it seemed like its own thing, like separate from the uni. So I just thought it was like, I don't know, it had its own community, it had its own like sort of not culture, but sort of, yeah.
Yeah.
So I picked it because of that, and here I am.
Oh no, I don't even think I applied here. I think I applied to, I think my number one choice was Ashburn, but then I got put here. I was like, St Anselm, what? I mean, it's pretty great, to be honest.
Yes. And most people wouldn't say that. As an international student, I had to do a lot of research to determine where I wanted to go and which placement and everything. And although Slems was kind of known as like one of the more odd accommodations to choose, I really liked that it had its own library and that all of the comments of people who had previously stayed and already graduated had all said it was like the most, like it had such a cozy home away from home feeling, and everyone who had gone was just like they made like friendships for life, and everyone was just so welcoming, and it was a really good, like other international students had commented that it was just like really nice when they got like homesick. It was just like a really nice place to be, and the vibes were just really good.
A top 5 accommodations, and I think like Slems was my second one. I mostly picked it because of like it's nearly. Oh wait. I mostly picked it because it was like kind of close by the uni. I also picked it because the rooms are like kind of big, like big enough,
Yeah.
and it also seemed like a bit more modern than some of the older accommodations. But the older accommodations looked so cute from like the outside, so I kind of gave that up, and that's why I chose the Slems as the second option.
No, I did not choose Slems. So I was pretty late in applying to accommodation last year, and I chose Unsworth Park, Denmark Road, some of the more posh, like the more modern accommodations, but I ended up getting Slems. I didn't get any of my choices, but I got Slems. I was kind of disappointed because I really don't like the basin in the room, but it's actually really, really nice. It's really convenient that it's catered. But yeah, I'm just really glad I got Slems, honestly. I'm glad I didn't reject the offer.
I did. It was my 5th choice, mainly because I heard that if you choose, like, if you do the 5 options, you might just get put into a catered one because it's like they're the least popular ones. So I thought I should choose a catered one just in case. Then I can pick which one I get put into. I didn't choose Slems. I chose all self-catered in Victoria Park. I knew I wanted to be in Victoria Park because that was so nice, but I always wanted to be in self-catered. And that was one of the reasons the only reason I didn't pick Slems is because it was catered.
To be honest, I didn't think hard about accommodation at all. I think I put Slems third, and the reason I picked it was I literally just looked at the pictures and saw that it was kind of green, like there were trees around it, and that it was like a house, like a building, rather than like high-rise, and I didn't want to be in like a sort of boring high-rise set of like modern flats, be in something that looked more like a house.
Slems was in my like top 3 list. And kind of the main reason that I chose Slems was, the main reasons were that it was catered, so it'd just be easier and you get to meet people like at dinner or at breakfast. And also the location, it's pretty close to the uni, it's pretty close to Fallowfield as well. It's kind of like in the middle of everything.
What do you like most about Slems?
It's just the people, like you know everyone, you meet everyone, and then because you're having breakfast and dinner together like pretty much every day of the week, you just, I don't know, you can always chat to them, they're always there, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, just like forms its own community, and it's just really, really nice. Yeah.
I mean, the community, I think that goes without saying. The food's alright, it does get a bit repetitive. I like the architecture, I like the buildings, I like the feel. I like how it really does feel like it's a very big sense of community between us, between like the people we like work here. Yeah, it's just also like a really nice place to live.
I love the people that I've met. I love the caterers. Shout out Karis, Maggie, everyone else. I like the close bonds that I've made here. Like my next year housing is with people from Slems. Like I made amazing friendships. I like the rooms. The grounds are gorgeous. They're very green. And I like the placement of how it's not too close to the city, but it's also like a good distance. So it's not too far walking.
I like that it's kind of like a community. Like I feel like everyone, like we all sit together during breakfast and also during dinner, and I feel like everyone really knows each other. Everyone kind of has each other's back. It's very funsy.
Okay. What do I like? Where do I start? The community, the chaos, the fun people. how it's like a cult. It's almost it's like a goat cult, you know. There's always something going on. Everyone's really inviting. Everyone's really friendly. Everyone knows each other. You say hi to like 3 people when you're walking down the corridor. It's really fun. I'm glad I chose it. You like meet everyone in the dining hall as well. Talk to them. New people every day. You get familiar with everyone day by day.
I like the social aspect of it the most because I think with like normal flats, you get like 5 or more people that you're like close to. But with Slems, it's like everyone is in, like we all have dinners together, we all hang out. It's like, it's not limited to just one space. You can be friends with everyone in the whole thing, which I really like. I like that it's catered, which I didn't think I would because I only pick self-catered. But it ends up being a lot. I have a really good schedule when I'm here, which I feel like a lot of the time people who are in self-catered accommodation, they don't really have that schedule because it's kind of a bit, it's neither here nor there. There's kind of, it feels a bit looser. Whereas here, it's very nice and scheduled. I really, really like the events that we put on as well because it's a very nice sense of family and like it's very communal. Especially like having the JCR and the ping pong table and stuff like that. It means that we all get to be together a lot of the time, and you've always got someone to talk to, which is nice because it's all in one big, even though we're in wings, we're all one big, like together, all like 130 of us, which is really nice.
I love Slems so much. If I had known what Slems was like before I put my accommodation, it would have been right at the top. It's just so nice to be in a place where it's catered, so you can sit at dinner and meet 60 people, as opposed to being in a flat where you can meet 4 people at dinner. And like from the very first night, we were writing like a petition to the student union, and it was just so nice to have that like buzz of community. I also really like my room. It's quite big compared to some of my friends in other accommodations. And just the fact that we have a chapel and that we have so many like amenities like squash courts, chapel, like snooker room, bar, so many different things that you wouldn't get necessarily somewhere else.
Yeah.
It just makes life so much more interesting, and there's always something to do.
The things that I most like about Slems has to be, well, the thing that I most like probably is the location of it all, because like you're in the middle of everything. If you want to go out like on a Friday, Saturday, whenever you want to go out, you have a lot of pubs that are close by. Then you have Fallow Field that is like just a 20-minute walk. Then you have the uni that's another 20-minute walk. Like me and my friends, we usually go walking into the city center. Like there isn't really a need to get like a bus pass. Like me personally, I haven't found the need yet. Then also I really like all the amenities. There are 2 pianos in Slems. Sometimes I don't even know how to play the piano. I get bored. I try to play the piano. There's a whole library. There's a lot of rooms designated to study spaces where you can meet up with other people as well, and the community overall.
What don't you like about Slems?
Probably like it's just a super old building, so like there's gonna be a lot of maintenance issues with it. Like, well, not a lot. They get sorted out, but they do happen. Like there's a problem with black moles. There's a little bit up there right now. And then yeah, it just gets like cold sometimes. The radiators don't always work, but like it's usually quick to be sorted out. We did have a pool for a while in the basement because that flooded, so that was really nice. But yeah, no, they always sort out. It's fine, but you know, it is inconvenient sometimes. So
cooking gets a bit repetitive after a while. Fire alarms on Monday every morning really piss me off. Like, why do they do it twice? The kitchens are a fucking mess. They need to clean those out. Showers too smell awful. Food gets really repetitive. I don't like how our rooms are tiny and we have no ensuite. Because I thought we were the standard, but I visited St Andrews. They've all got ensuite. All the fucking Daisy Bank is ensuite. Canterbury Court across the road is ensuite. Other things I don't like. It is a bit of a trek to uni. It's like a 30-minute walk.
Yeah.
And you're not exactly in the nicest area of the city, but that's student life for you. So yeah, I mean, just food gets a bit boring after a while. Kitchens are just absolutely disgusting, and I think they got like rotten in the first week. Showers are smelly, bathrooms are stinky.
The shared toilets are disgusting. It's an older accommodation, so there's definitely all of the factors that group into that of the structure of the building is not in the most pristine condition.
Living together with people. I'm like living on my own for like 4 years now,
Mhm.
and I was really, really just like used to like having your own space, having your own, peace and quiet. It's as clean as you want it to be, and now every time I go to the showers or I go to the kitchens, it's absolutely disgusting, and that's why I don't like myself.
Okay. There's just one thing I don't like about Slems is how it really molds your schedule. Like you have to follow the Slem schedule. Like you have to be at breakfast from this time to this time. You have to be at dinner from this time to this time, or else you miss it. I know you can pack it up, but you're better off going there and eating by yourself. It's just that time constraint is what really gets to me. Like I don't really like being forced to do something, but it's just a really nitty-gritty thing.
Maybe there's sometimes a lack of like good choices for food, but I think that's mainly just from the fact that I'm a bit of a fussy eater. So if you're a fussy eater, consider that when you choose a catered accommodation. I don't like the bathroom situation about Slems because I think it's a bit too many people to be sharing a space with, especially in Summerfield because the showers and the toilets are all in one thing, like they're not separate. It gets a bit awkward, and it gets a bit just awkward really. That's the only word I can think of. It is a bit awkward, but it's something that I like to live with pretty quickly.
What don't I like about Slems? The fire alarm on a Monday morning when I'm trying to sleep in bed and the fire alarm goes off at 10. To be fair, I should probably be up by 10, but I don't like that. That's it, probably. Yeah.
I have to say that, well, one of the things that threw me off a bit when I first got here was the gym, because it said that there was a gym that like worked, but we got here and it was like locked because apparently there were like problems with the structure of the building. But like it's okay. There's a gym close by, 10-minute walk, gym group right there. Then also, I gotta say that even though it is manageable, that like sometimes the common areas get a bit dirty. So people not like really cleaning up after themselves, but if you like talk about it like through the group chat, people will clean up after themselves.
So I know you have a role in Slems. Would you like to explain that?
So I do the social media as part of the committee of it's like called the Committee of the Junior Common Room or something like that. Basically what I do is I run the Instagram page for Slems, and I make posters for the different events that we have. Like we put them on the group chat so everyone knows that this weekend we've got a chapel service, or next weekend the bar's opening, and it's stuff like that. But what's really good about being on the committee is that even though we all have our own select roles, so for example you have the social sex, the library sex, the bar sex, everyone like that, and me being like social media, we all still come together to create ideas of what we should do for events and what we need to change, what we need more of. So for example, budgeting, we all do that together. And when the bar was opening, we'd all decided collectively that we were going to have a quiz. And even though we all have our own roles, it's all working together. And it means that we can also get the input of people who aren't within the committee, like by posting on the group chat. And that's another thing that I do. I help get other people's ideas of, oh, do we want to do a play or not? Oh, do we want to have the quiz on or not? And stuff like that, which is really good.
You have the music scholarship. So
Yeah.
what's that like?
So I got given a music scholarship a few weeks ago, but the basic process was we applied, we did an interview, and then we did a short sort of audition where you just played one piece and then did a little bit of sight reading. And it's just been really nice to get involved with music at Slems. So we had our remembrance service where I played bagpipes on the way in, and then we had our carol service, which was lovely because I was in the choir, and then we did some stuff on the piano, and it's just really nice to have that ability to celebrate together. I didn't think I'd get that once I left school. We used to have carol concerts at school, and I was really sad last year when I thought it was my last one. But it was so nice to have that again here, making music and just having a laugh. Do you have any final thoughts?
Yeah, I'd wholeheartedly recommend you should come to Slems. It's really, really nice. It's like the best of both worlds, with the city and the Fallowfield campus, and you make a lot of friends and you have a lot of fun. So come to Slems.
A lot of people may think that shared bathrooms are quite bad, but like they could be really dirty. But honestly, in my experience, they've been really nice. My friends from other accommodations who had shared bathrooms came here, saw it, were like, "Wow, bro, you're living a luxury." This may be an old building, but it's actually really nice inside. It's really pretty, really almost gothic, but not gothic. Pretty modern inside. The rooms may be a bit old, but it's homey. It's homey. That's what I can say. Come to Slems.
You should go to Slems. The facilities are really cool. I like the squash court. The squash court was great. I like that we have a squash court because that's crazy.
I know.
And yeah, there's loads of good services and things to do. It's just a really cool place. I like it very much. I think to add about Victoria Park in general. I love living in Victoria Park. And for second year, I did want to stay in Victoria Park, but I've ended up moving down to Fallowfield, which I still obviously really like, so I'm going with my friends. But Victoria Park is, well, I speak to my friends who live in Fallowfield, and it's quite a long way to travel from Fallowfield, especially in first year when you're quite new to it. And Victoria Park, it's nice and quiet, but it's not like absolutely dead. There's nothing going on, but it's also not. It's very safe and it's close by, which is really nice, and I love it in Victoria Park.
I can't stress highly enough how much I love Slems. I did not think that I would love it this much. I was kind of scared when I saw that I'd been given it because I thought, this looks kind of culty, like why are we wearing robes? I'm a bit scared, like who are these people? I read some review online that was like, only apply here if you like Harry Potter, and I was like, uh-oh. But it's just been the best community and the funniest people, and yeah, I love it.
I don't know, just Slems is really nice. Like, yeah, just overall it's really nice.
Slems 4 a.m. Love it.
Love you guys.
That's about it.